Welcome to the Primetime 585 podcast. My name is Karen Iglesia, co-founder of Primetime 585. In studio, another full week we have in studio today. We got, of course, my best producer. I'll be stressing him out. Julio is in studio. We also have Joe Carter. I got to be professional. Joseph Carter from the YMCA. He's going to be joining us later on. We also have Ashley, Director of Communication from the YMCA, also in the background. She don't want to be seen on camera, but she here. And, of course, we've got Jake in studio. Okay, so Joey Carter is in studio. I've got news for both of y'all. Joey Carter and Gerard. Guess what, both of y'all? What? Y'all both married up, okay? Okay? I've met Mrs. Carter.
Dr. Carter.
My bad, sis. I've met Dr. Carter, okay? Both of y'all married up. Joey, how does it feel to be the plus one?
Well, first of all, she wasn't a doctor when I met her, so I'm going to take some credit for her becoming a doctor. But I agree, I did marry up, and you know what? I'm going to ride his coattail.
You going to ride it?
I ride it.
Okay. You could say that you married up. I'm not going to go there.
He knows he did. So, Joey, we were in a meeting yesterday, Joe. So, Joe is the executive director of Lewis Street Neighborhood Center. We're going to talk to Joey later on about the Gus Macker. He was also an athlete in Section 5. Gerard was his coach. We have a whole 12-minute segment with Joey later. But we were at a meeting yesterday, Joey, and it was Anthony Jordan and all these guys from the county. Another great in Section 5. I got to bring him in studio. We got to get him in studio. He was in the NFL and everything. We got to get him in studio. He could drop some real knowledge, right? So they're giving us all this paperwork. So Gerard joined me for the meeting. Joey, don't you know, Gerard, they were giving us all kind of papers, these due dates. Gerard looked at it. Gerard, on the way to the car, he was like, I don't know why they were giving me all that stuff. I don't even know what all this. That's too much work. You be doing all this work? I said, yeah, you think that everything runs itself? Gerard, you think everything runs itself?
But that was a lot of paperwork to run a camp. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of legalities. We have kids, we have legalities. Joey, you are an executive director. Are you inundated with paperwork?
I am, but I'm blessed to have smart people around me.
That's smart of you.
So is he. He's got me.
And I got a doctor for a wife, so I'm
hey, you good. You riding them coattails. So we're going to talk to Joey later. But before we get into this, we're about to kick off this segment.
You're not going to tell me how lucky I am?
I don't want to waste time because
that is a waste of time.
I don't want to waste time because I got something special. Everybody in Section 5 calls you LG, Lucky Gerard. Every single person knows you have married up. Every single person knows this. Okay, so we ain't gotta keep saying it.
I'm reminded of a social media post I saw today.
What?
The other day. Mm-hmm. It was about this guy. He went to his friend and he says, I've been feeling real down, so much, life is so short. I want to live forever. I said, what you need to do is get married. Then you don't want to live forever.
Point for Gerard in that.
You see what I'm saying? I need Ashley to step in here because it's always all these men against me, okay? But before we go, Julio, run this segment, Julio. Run this segment. So it is Jake, my light-skinned son's birthday today. So we got a little segment where we want to wish our light-skinned son, Jake Giudice, a happy birthday. And he's done a lot for Primetime. Without Jake, there would be no youth council. We would not be doing what we're doing right now. So we want to wish Jake a happy birthday. Shout out to his parents. Parents are dope. Dad is mad cool, but as you can see in these pictures, Jake is always either by my side or behind me. Always got me. So happy birthday to Jake, okay?
He's been instrumental to our success.
Very.
In so many ways.
Man, he's sometimes working at 1 o'clock trying to get posts and edits up and stuff like that. So happy birthday, Jake.
That's a clean-shaven Jake.
Yeah.
Jake a grown man now. With a beard and everything.
Jake act like he got 2 kids and a wife at home. All right, so let's go on to our podcast, Fairport versus Hilton Lacrosse. Okay, so we got Fairport versus Hilton Lacrosse. So let's start with girls lacrosse, Gerard. So can I tell you something? this game almost was upsetting because it almost went into overtime, but man. So talk about this game.
It was too cold to be going into overtime. All right, this is Fairport versus Hilton. Fairport handed Hilton their first loss of the season.
Yep.
Fairport was up 4-1 real early, and then all of a sudden, Hilton came back with 3 straight goals and
tied it,
yeah,
right?
they tied it. Right. Fairport then scored 6 consecutive goals to win. All right.
Brenna Goss.
Yeah, the final score was 10-4. Brenna Goss with 3 goals. Cameron DeBose, 3 goals and 2 assists. Ellie Miller with 2 goals. She reached her 100th goal in this game. And Bryn Castrocini with 2 goals and an assist. Brenna and Bryn also combined for 9 draw controls. Maurice Test with 9 saves in the goal. For Hilton, Bryn Graves, a freshman, had 2 goals.
So I want to first of all say, the Fairport coach, she don't play. Like, she do not play at all, okay? And I asked her in the interview, I said, y'all had the game in full control, and then all of a sudden, it was tied. It was like 29 degrees this day. I was like, I cannot do this.
It was too cold for overtime.
I said, somebody gonna have to make something happen. But Fairport, very talented, got the 10-4 win over Hilton girls lacrosse team. Let's go into Penfield versus HFL. This one was also a very, very good game. So talk about this game.
Oh, these are two of the top tier teams in Section 5. Penfield came away with the 10-7 victory over HFL.
So Jake was actually at this game. So HFL's goalie, first of all, she got her 100th save, Sarah McLaughlin. At the end of the first quarter, it was HFL actually in the lead 2-1. Okay, then Penfield scored 5 straight goals in the second quarter to give Penfield a 6-2 lead. The end of the second, HFL scored 3 goals, however, Gerard, in the third quarter. And can I say, HFL is talented. They got a Shea Angelo on their team. They got a Harper Jacob on the team. So that's how good Penfield is. They handed HFL Gerard their first loss of the season. Lexi Corcoran with 3 goals. Peyton Rothfuss with 4 goals, 1 assist. Reagan Circle with 1 goal, 1 assist. Jordan Rasmussen with 1 goal. Avery Fordham with a goal. And HFL got their first loss. But, of course, my girl Shea Angelo had 4 goals and 1 assist this game.
Yeah, shout out to their defense because Shea Angelo alone and Harper Jacob, they're usually good for like 10 to 12 goals
combined
in a game.
Yeah, that just shows you the Penfield defense. But Penfield
and the goalie,
yeah. Penfield is coming. They're a good team. And they brought back pretty much everybody except for like 1 or 2 seniors from last year. Yeah. Let's go into some boys lacrosse action. Brighton versus McQuaid. For the first time in 21 years, the Brighton Bruins, Gerard, beat a McQuaid team, okay? So talk about this game.
At the end of the first quarter, it was tied 3-3.
Logan Serve, right?
Yeah, Logan Serve. He's the goalie for Brighton. He had 12 saves in the game. During the game, he had his 200th career save.
Yep. Austin Flom, but can I talk about Austin Flom real quick? Because he's a talent. So Austin Flom had 4 goals and 2 assists. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah, this is a young team.
They're very young.
You had Jim Cazell. He's a freshman. He had 2 goals and an assist. Ben Marangola had a goal and an assist. Gavin Hayslip.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the old guy on the team. He's a senior. He surpassed his 100th face-off win during the game. And Red Wolk.
Only a 7th grade.
He's 12 years old.
Listen, he ain't even old enough. He's making peanut butter and jelly sandwich, taking it to school. And he don't even go to the school that he's playing at. Like he's at the middle school, right? I like his name.
Yeah.
Joey Carter, his name is Red Wolk.
That's a superstar in the making.
Right? His parents was like, yo, that's a superstar name. I like the name Red Wolk. Okay, only a 12-year-old. He had 1 goal for this game.
Ted Carl, who was my pick last week because he had 12 goals in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, he had an off game. He only had 1 goal and 1 assist. No, that's good though.
But Tim Taranjo had 2 assists this game. So for McQuaid, Aiden O'Brien with 3 goals and 1 assist. John Burrows with 2 goals. Oh, and I forgot for Brighton, Kiki Condon with Condon with 2 assists. Gian Greco went 9 for 11 at faceoff. Hudson Proya Hudson is actually one of the top skiers in Section 5.
Okay.
And Hudson Proyo went 7 for 9 at faceoff, but I want to let you guys know this boy can ski. He is really, really, really good at skiing. So congratulations, Brighton. They did get the win over a very good McQuaid. These guys are half a mile down the street.
Yeah.
They're only half a mile down the street. And shout out to to Anna Lemke. She covered this game for us.
Yeah, that's
Anna,
my girl.
Anna is only a 10th grader at Brighton. Joey, we got this thing called the Youth Council. And if you know the youth for next year, you should have them probably apply. That comes to your center. But we have 25 kids. We started actually with Jake. That's how we got the idea. And the goal is for the Youth Council is to get kids to cover their schools or their area. It teaches leadership skills. So what they do is they cover the games and they send it to us, so we post it. So this was like all the edits that you just saw, that was a 10th grade girl that did that.
Well, that just shows why your platform is just bigger than sports, because you're empowering youth, to take your place at some point, and it's just a great thing to give them another opportunity to show their greatness.
I appreciate that, and they could cover any game at any times. As I said, we started this with Jake, and now we have 25 kids throughout Section 5, all the areas. We go as far as an hour and a half away, but she covered that game for us. Let's go to Brighton versus Gates Child. So this game was yesterday. Gerard, we are giving Julio fits. We are giving...
Sorry, Julio.
This week, we gave Julio fits, okay? So for people that understand, we got a producer, and Julio's our producer. We had the majority of our games for this week was like yesterday because there was cancellation. The weather was bad. So a lot of the games we covered were yesterday. But guess what? Julio got to get the video. We got to get the video to him, edit that. We have to send it in. It's a lot of work. Yeah. So we got a lot of the videos into him late last night or this morning, but he made it work though, because this Brighton Gates game was very late last night. But Brighton got the 20-3 win over Gates. Teddy Carl with 5 goals. Red Woke with 1 goal and 2 assists. Austin Flom, 5 goals and 3 assists for this young man. Quinn Uther with 2 goals. Gavin Hayslip also have a goal. For Gates Childline, Josh Yakovitz with 1 goal, Gianni Salandi with 1 goal, and Noah Trucks with 1 goal. This game was also covered by Anna Lemke. I think they're going to put us in jail for we're breaking child labor laws or something. I don't know. But she does a lot of games. She's also a student at Brighton, so she's covering her own classmates, which is the most powerful thing, is classmates covering classmates. Let's go on to some more Thomas versus Russian. This game was also last night. Let's talk. Gerard, I'm going to let you talk about this game.
Yeah, boys lacrosse. I mean, Thomas came out the gate firing. They scored 2 goals in the first 24 seconds. They were up 3-0. Mm-hmm. They were up 3-0 like within a minute and a half.
How do you come back from that?
They didn't.
They didn't. The final score was 16-5, right?
Yeah, at halftime it was 10-2. Thomas was in full control, like literally from the opening seconds.
Blake Gibson with 2 goals. Carter Chase had both goals to start the game. Mm-hmm. 2 goals. Lucas Estelle, 3 goals, 2 assists. Demir Breedy, I think he doesn't get a chance to play a lot. Good goal for him. Also had a goal. Lucas Nucatelli with 1 goal, 3 assists, and Logan Mises also with 2 goals. Can I say something? Thomas just beat a very good Penyan last week.
Yeah.
If you could beat Penyan 14, I think, to 8, mm-hmm. You're in the upper echelons right there, because Penyan is good. Josh Jobson got the winning goal with 4 saves. Eli Van Schafel was in relief. For Russian, we had a Preston Jackson with 2 goals, Ronan Walker with 2 goals, and Noah Valenti with a goal. Thomas, however, Gerard takes on Brighton next.
Yeah,
that's a tall road. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good game between both of these guys. Both teams got a lot of weapons. Now let's go on to Wayne versus Webster Schrader. Okay, so this was last Saturday. It was freezing. So can I tell y'all what happened when I go to games and it's freezing? I'm gonna keep it frosty with y'all. Your girl don't get wet. Your girl are cold. I am born on the island of Jamaica. Not Jamaica Queens, Joey. Jamaica, right? These people got me messed up in this weather, okay? You know what your girl be doing? I'm in the car. I am in the car. You know what Gerard is? Out there doing the videos.
So let's take this second. to applaud Gerard for being a great husband and supportive. So let's give
Oh, here we go. That's all you got out of that.
LK.
Wait a minute.
I got you, Coach.
That's
Thanks,
all
Joey.
you got out of that.
I mean, that's what I heard. I heard a husband say, "Listen, sweetheart, I'm gonna do my part. You stay warm. I'm gonna go out here and survive the blizzard."
That's exactly what I do, though.
But okay, I will give him. All right, I will give him a little bit of credit for that. Gerard is actually very good at that. He was like, "You're not recording," because I live post during the games, right? So he has to drop the videos to me anyways. He was like, "I could drop it to you on the field or in the car. It doesn't matter." So to stay in the car, stay warm. I will say that about him. He can be a gentleman. He hasn't opened the door in 30 years, but he can be a gentleman. He can be.
My wife will tell you I do open doors.
You do open doors, Gerard.
Of course, I'm not surprised.
Gerard, he opened doors.
He's a better man than me.
Yes, he is. You see, Julio, you see how he did that, right? You're supposed to be teaching Jake. You, as a father figure, you're supposed to be teaching Jake how to be a gentleman.
I tell Jake, do as I say, not as I do.
Well, anyways, so I was in the car for the entire game for this one. So Wayne versus Webster Schrader. So Webster Schrader, they finally, that's their first win of the game of the season. Against a Wayne team. It was 14-1 the final. It's a non-league matchup for Wayne and Schrader. John Caricati had 4 goals and went 16 for 18 from faceoff. That's 89%.
Yeah.
J.D. Stockman, very talented, 3 goals, 1 assist. Matt Schilling with 2 goals, 2 assists. Rory Champlin with 2 goals. Casey Pagano with 2 goals. Kai Nelson with 1 goal. Mason had 4 assists. Van Bolton with 75% in goal. For Wayne, the lone goal was by Stone Sozio with the lone goal with Shane Coleman on the assist. And Gavin Hamel is the goalie for Wayne. I want to shout him out. He's only a 9th grader. Only a 9th grader right here is 200th save.
Wow.
A 200th save in goal. So let's shout out Gavin, very young player to have 200 saves already. That's a talent right there. But congratulations to Gavin on his 200th save milestone. Webster Schrader got the win.
Let me just say something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of our favorite ADs is Streggy, right?
Oh, yeah, that's our guy.
That's our guy
Yep,
from
from
over
Webster
at Webster
Schrader.
Schrader.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, he must not like his coach too much because who's the first 4 games that he
Oh, yeah, he gave him tough schedule the first 4 games. Boom, boom, boom. They off the rip.
Yeah, it was Hilton, I think Canandaigua maybe?
I think they also played Spencer Port. I mean, whatever it
and
was.
now he has, they have Victor this week.
They're Victor this week. Listen, he was like this, off the rip, off the kazizzle.
But that's good because they'll be ready for anybody after that.
Off the kazizzle. Okay, so let's go. Before we go to even baseball, Joey, have you ever played lacrosse or know of anyone that plays lacrosse? Because lacrosse is a very interesting game. It really is like basketball with a stick. It really is. Use a lot of the same principles.
Very little. I was an urban suburban kid, went to Western Onderquake, so maybe in gym class, or I had a lot of friends that played, but I had never actually played myself. But I do feel if I could have played. I was like Jim Brown in my mind, Jim Brown.
Not Jim Brown.
Give me an opportunity, I could have did it all. If Primetime was back then, I would have played.
Do you know a lot of people said that if Primetime was around when we were around, they don't know how lucky they are, Joey.
Listen.
They don't know. They don't know.
No coach would have banned me from social media.
So Gerard, so we're going to talk about the relationship between Gerard and Joey later. But that we've known, Gerard has known Joey since he was, 14, 15 years old?
And for the record, I thought we acknowledged my Hollywood name was Joseph or Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe Carter.
Yeah, we've been calling him
Joey.
It's out the bag now. Ashley's going to go back to work together and Joey.
Everybody.
She's back there laughing.
I like Ashley. Ashley's like, we definitely put this on social media.
Joey was 150 pounds ago.
Not 150 pounds ago, Lord. That means your wife could cook. That's what that means.
Not at all. That does not mean that.
Oh, Keisha. Oh, I'm texting Keisha later. Dr. Keisha.
Right.
Okay.
Listen, I cook.
You do the cooking?
She makes all the money, so I cook.
I like that. Yeah, okay. She make the money. I cook. I like a man sure of himself.
This is community service me at the Y. She makes all the money. I cook and clean.
Well, I love to see it.
Don't put any ideas in her head now. Come on.
I love it. I love it. We're going to go on to some baseball. He said he went to West Around the Court. Let's go right to West Around the Court. Then great leading. West Around the Court versus East High School baseball. So this went down yesterday again, hence the reason why we did a lot of videos this morning. So Around the Court versus East. Drew, talk about this game.
East was coming off some big wins in the tournament. Did they win the tournament?
Yeah, they won the tournament.
Where was that at?
I'm not sure where the tournament
Yeah, it was out of town. New
Jersey, I think.
Maybe Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they won that though.
Yeah, so they were flying high and everything, but they ran into an Irondequoit team that was on a mission yesterday. All right, the pitcher, Braden Deli, he faced one batter more than the minimum. He pitched a complete game, 2-hit shutout in 5 innings with no walks. And Irondequoit blanked visiting East in the season opener. It was 12-0. He added 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Other offensive standouts, Max Spitz with 2 hits. Jimmy Jackson, he had a double and 3 RBIs. And Landon Bryan, 1 hit and 3 RBIs. Alex McLaughlin with a double and an RBI. The Eagles, they're going to host Aquinas at 4:30 Thursday.
That's their $1 hot dog day.
Oh, I might go. We might cover that game.
Pick me up.
That's a $1 hot dog day at Around the Court.
You won't have to cook that day, right?
So congratulations. That's a big win for the Around. It was Eagles versus Eagles. The East Eagles versus the Around the Court Eagles. So it was Eagles versus Eagles. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go into some Griffins versus North Star baseball. This game was covered by Jack Scott. And as I said, we would get in trouble with the labor laws because Jack was out there covering the game yesterday afternoon. Tyler Aston went the distance, 12 strikeouts, no walks, took a no-hitter all the way into the 5th, Gerard. He had a no-hitter. Peyton Pena and Enrique Lopez hit back-to-back doubles to give Greece a 2-0 lead in the 4th. Connor Welker led off triple bottom of the 6th, scoring Lopez. The Griffins, Gerard, they are 3-0.
Yeah, Odyssey and Olympia getting it done.
Yeah, they're a combined team. They're getting it done. They're 3-0. So shout out to Coach Dan. I think I can't remember Dan's last name, maybe Ford, Coach Ford. But Dan is their coach. Coach Dan is their coach. That's listen, when you're 3-0 on a good start, congratulations to the Griffins. And shout out to Jack Scottney for covering this for us this week. Okay, so let's go to some flag football. So one of my favorite things to cover is flag football. I love flag football. We now have 43 teams in Section 5. I keep saying it, 43. When it first started, Jen Lipinski brought it here. When it first started, there was only 8 teams.
What was that, 4 years ago?
It was, yep, this is the 4th year, yep. And this, Joey, this was done, this was funded by the Giants, the Jets, and the Bills. So the NFL funded all of the New York State ones. It was funded by the NFL. They gave, I think, over $100,000 to start it in different school districts. So when we first started this, it was only 8 teams. We covered the heck out of this because it's a good opportunity. And we'll get into this a little bit later. But as you're well aware, in the spring, there's not a lot of sports for kids in the city.
Right.
Because there's only 4 spring sports, really. Girls lacrosse, it's tough for girls to get into that unless you've been playing all your life. Softball, we don't have a very strong softball program throughout the entire city of Rochester right now. I'm hoping the Y could do something about that. Track and field, right? And now we have flag football. So all of those other sports, you have to start early. And a lot of our girls, statistics have shown that a lot of girls are not, they either stop or start in middle school, right?
Right.
So now all you need is a flag and a football. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So no, it equalized the playing field. So that's why you have so many city schools. Every city school pretty much have one. All the charter schools have one. So it just shows it's equity in sports to me.
Exactly. And again, I keep saying this is what your platform does. It brings interest and it makes that young person, male or female, maybe they didn't want to play flag football at 6, but with all the media attention, they say, hey, I'll try it, or softball, or they just didn't know about it. But when they see this over and over and over, it's something positive. They say, hey, let's try it. Or maybe their friends are doing it. So again, this is why this platform is needed, because you're just bringing awareness to that young person who never ran across your mind until they seen a video like this, or they seen your podcast and say, hey, this is what I want to do. So again, kudos to what you guys are doing, because this is needed. I love flag football. I love seeing the young ladies play. I love seeing them get the opportunity that they may not have had a few years ago.
And especially for kids in rural districts.
Exactly.
Rural and city especially, because there's less options. And you already know my saying, idle time is the devil's playground. And after 3 o'clock is the time between 3 and 6, statistics have shown, that's when a lot of things happen with our young people.
Exactly.
You're in the thick of it. So we're going to talk about that more later on. Because you're right in the thick of it.
I do want to say also, that now it's providing girls an opportunity to go to college.
Yeah.
And it's about to become a D1 sport, I believe.
Within the next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we got some girls right now from Section 5 playing D2 and D3.
Yeah.
So that's a great opportunity.
That's awesome.
Something they probably never thought about when they were freshmen in high school.
And those opportunities, they know they're going to college, either full ride or a good percentage of it all. So.
See, but that's the beauty of the internet. Because, again, you guys can get this to a lot of different people who may not have seen this, especially in our time. So the internet, that's the positive side of your platform showing young girls playing flag football, right? So, again, that's just one of the things where it's just hard to put a number or a dollar sign on what the impact that you're making, because so many people get to see this and they get inspired.
Let's tell that to the foundation.
The grant people, the foundations, all of that.
I want my 1 percentage point.
I know, that's right. So let's go to Monroe versus Edison. We took on some RCAC action the other day. They played this at Charlotte. Charlotte now have a they got turf.
Oh, they got
they got turf.
Okay.
Yeah, they got turf. So we drove out to they got a nice turf field over there. So Drew, talk about this game.
Actually, it was kind of slow in the beginning.
It was 0-0
at the half.
Yep.
Yeah. But in the second half, I believe third quarter, Kamani Mitchell with a 55-yard touchdown run to put Monroe on the scoreboard in the second half. Janelis Gonzalez, she added a safety to make it 8-0, and then Amiri, how do you say her name?
Oh, Amir Young.
Amir Young. She had a late touchdown to give Monroe the final 14-0 lead. Okay, and that was the RCAC matchup.
But real quick, can I talk about Kamani Mitchell real quick? That girl is good. She's an athlete.
Yeah,
she also plays basketball. She is an athlete. And shout out to Jason Muhammad over at Monroe. He different. Like he's all. I'm not saying other principals are not about kids. Let me first say that, because somebody gonna be texting me later on talk about. I'm not saying that other principals. I can only talk about what I've seen. And Joey, when we first started covering Monroe, he had vision. That's what I like about him.
Right.
Muhammad got vision. Right. There was no turf. He won the first city teams. Him and East. We putting turf in. Right. And that's the same thing with Dr. Nelms. He has a thing that says culture is contagious.
Exactly.
Both of these guys just kind of have vision. Big E, they got vision. They invest in kids in the city.
Well, first of all, shout out to my frat brother, Dr. Nelms. And me and Big E go back to our basketball leagues at the Boys and Girls Club. But sports and culture, I mean, it's contagious, right? So if you got like Monroe, what they're doing over there is this
different.
It's turned into urban legend status, and but again, you can't. And I don't know the numbers. I'm sure the attendance at Monroe is probably higher than other schools. And again,
because
I say that
because kids want to go to school.
Exactly, and so you got to find a way to get people to come to school. And if it's a positive culture like sports, then so be it. You got to start somewhere. If it's a popular band, I don't know, you need something positive in that school to make people want to come, want kids say, I'm a part of Monroe, whatever. So kudos to Muhammad. Again, my hat's off.
I forgot that you're a frat brother to Dr. Nelms. What are you guys again?
Whoa.
What are y'all again?
Please say it nicer.
What are y'all again?
Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Phi Beta Sigma. This is the third time we done got some Sigma brothers up in this doggone Primetime podcast.
And I'm sure the numbers are jumping.
Rashard is a Sigma. I mean, can we get a Kappa up in here? Can we? I'm tired of seeing Sigmas on my podcast. The other Greeks are gonna be like, yo, what's up? What's up? Why we keep bringing Sigmas up in here now?
Other Greeks want to bring Trick Daddy to their
no, he did not go there. That's a cultural moment.
Phi Beta Sigma, we putting in work in the community, so it's a natural fit. Primetime is great. Phi Beta Sigma is great. It's a natural.
All I
We
keep
got to
hearing.
put Joey on the payroll for our community relations.
Can I tell you all?
That's recorded, right?
That's recorded. Listen.
Unfortunately, we don't have money.
Hey, listen to the funny part. They said you're only halfway there. The Primetime logo is blue and white. You good. Right? You only there. The Sigmas are like, you almost there. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
It makes sense. All right, before we go to Joey.
Before going on, moving on, I do want to acknowledge Jasmine Flowers, quarterback from Monroe.
She talented.
She could throw.
Yes.
She's very talented.
So let's go into some softball. Brighton versus Spencerport. Also covered by my girl over there, Anna Lemke. So this game went down yesterday also. Brighton took the lead bottom of the third after Lucy Rozzi doubled and Emma Combard singled, each scoring. Spencerport took the lead at top of the fourth after Ariana Burns flew out and Isabella New singled. Sheridan Yogas and Evelyn Clark each scored also. Ellen Newell was 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, 2 runs. Ari Burns, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Gianna Belanca was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. And Bella Malat, 7 innings. She had 14 strikeouts, Gerard, in 7 innings, 2 for 3. She also added 3 runs for Brighton. Elena T was 3 for 3 with 2 runs. Shout out to Spencerport. Final score was 11-5. Congratulations to the Rangers. They got some talent over there at Spencerport. All their sports program are very, very strong with some talent over there. All right, so we're gonna do. Let's talk to Joe. We can't say Joe. Joseph Carter. I can't even call him Joseph. That sounds weird. Let's talk to Joe Carter. Cool. So Joe, this is your time. This is your time. Okay, so usually we got Rashard up in here to interview, but that was just too much Sigmas. There was just too. That was just too much Sigmas in one room. Too much. You know, my brothers, Siebert and Cyril, they're both Kappas.
Sorry to hear that.
Did he say sorry to hear that? Is it with the cane? With the cane? You said, listen.
When I get old,
did you say what's up, Fred to Rashard?
When I get old, I use a cane.
So I know that before. So you are a member of the Sigmas. So let's start there, because I know as a fraternity, you guys do a lot for the community, right? So talk about the importance of your frat and what you guys do for the community before we go into the YMCA.
Well, cultural service is like, it's, so a lot of people get caught up with the, we dance and step, which is the fun part, but in reality, we're trying to set example and really just trying to lead this world a better place, and when you speak of Dr. Nelms or either Brother Rashad, everybody is doing something positive.
There's some big names there. Eric Rose one is too, right? Who else had that? Eric Rose, Dr. Nelms, you, Rashard. There's a lot of y'all.
It's first of all, I don't want to name drop, because if I forget one person,
then you're in trouble. Because this is a national podcast.
And I stand on all these guys' shoulders because they're all big brothers to me. I've known Eric Rose since I was 8, so even before, maybe 7. So he's always been like a mentor, and he gets credit for reaching out to me to tell me about the opening with the YMCA. But Dr. Nelms is, come on, the name alone, Dr. Nelms leads by example. And wherever we go, we try and leave a footprint.
He's definitely left a footprint. Yeah. As a superintendent of East High School, the level of investment that he's done into that school.
But also, let me say, a humble guy, too.
Oh, I know. That's my guy. Nelms is my guy.
He's the guy that's always going to pick up the phone. I feel like all my fraternity brothers, especially Eric Rose, Gerald Tillery, who's not necessarily a big name in the city per se, but a true leader and has helped a leader.
Coach Chef too, right? Sheffield.
Listen, that's my little brother. That's one of the few.
He's the craziest person on social media, hilarious.
Beyond, and you know what? If you're having a bad day, call Sheffield, because if you can't laugh from being around Sheffield, but what he's doing with the track program is unbelievable. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So again, and it's just to be part of this wondrous fraternity, you have to stand tall. You have to represent something. You have to stand up for something. And every brother you mentioned are doing great things. And honestly, from a competitive standpoint, I just try and do my part so I can be in a circle, be in a conversation, and just saying this is what I do. Just because when you're around them, you got to be doing something good for the community.
So, we live, right? Here comes Rashard on my live talking about Emmitt Smith from the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Dees from here, Adam McFadden, Jerry Smith from the San Francisco 49ers. He dropping names on the book.
Listen, that's what we do. And I'm humble and shy, so, I don't want to,
Humble and shy? So before we even go in there, Gerard, tell me, how do you know Joe Carter?
I was his basketball coach at Edison.
No, before that, Coach, you're breaking my heart now.
Before that, because that was like umpteenth years ago.
Where you first met me?
Oh, at the Boys and Girls
Club.
You're breaking my heart.
Yeah,
Boys and Girls Club.
So
that was my first job out of college.
Listen.
So he knows you since you were like 7 or 8 years old?
I'm an original club kid. A lot of kids is yelling club kids, and I love that. I'm an original club kid, Boys and Girls Club, since 1980.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know I only
that was Gerard's first job.
I look like I'm 25, but yeah, coach. So honestly, true story. One of my first mentor, people I looked up to, and he's never stopped doing that. So kudos to you, Coach. You took me out the game a few times.
He turned it over.
He kept turning the ball over, Gerard.
I had a better play. I had a better play in my mind. But seriously, Coach has always been a leader of young men, and the footprint that you've created is just amazing. So I'm gonna give you this chance to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
LK. You got going on here.
I know he ain't gonna start. See?
I got you, Coach.
Why is Joey being so messy? Messy, he just messy. LK, Lucky Karen. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. So so it's a great segment to go in. I remember when you were at Virtus, you are now at the YMCA Executive Director of Lewis Street Neighborhood Center.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I just highlight the part that says Neighborhood Center? Because that's important to you, right? You are really big on that part as the executive to talk about that part.
So that's exactly what we are. The Y has been extremely intentional in giving back into the urban services area. What I'm doing at Lewis Street, and also we have the same facility over at Thurston Road. So the neighborhood centers, it's all about giving back to the community. When people step foot into the neighborhood centers, they don't have to pay one dime. And we service kids. We service from ages 5. My youngest member is 5. My oldest is 93.
Woo!
Miss Bertha, I'm going to shout her out. Beautiful lady, great energy. And so every day we're serving between both of us 220 families for different activities, whether it's line dancing for my seniors, sewing club for my seniors, after school. We have a free after school drop-off program for the youth. Community orgs use our buildings for community meetings. So we're just nonstop of giving back to the community.
So are you doing a food drive?
Yes. Well, I have a food pantry.
Okay.
And so we're always, so when I first started about 2 years ago, our food pantry was a little slow, but we've built it up. We're serving about 5 or 6 families a week. We serve on a low end 90 families a month now.
Wow.
And that's this part.
Food expensive, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
We're giving out, not just canned goods. We give out dairy products as well, eggs and meat as well. So it's families, and we serve all communities, not just the neighborhood that we're in. So families can come in anytime. We have a food pantry in my building, a clothing pantry over at Thurston. So we're just trying to find any type of way we give back.
How can let's say that somebody wants to donate to your food pantry to build that back up. How do they do that?
If you go to the Greater Rochester YMCA website, it's an easy follow. It'll take you right to.
Okay.
You can plug in any particular center. Mine's being Lewis Street or Thurston.
And then they could donate right there to go towards the pantry. Okay.
Yes.
So we got to make sure we build that up, especially in this day and age.
And let me say, if they actually want to stop in at 53 Lewis Street at any time from 8 to 8, Monday through Fridays, 53 Lewis Street, that's 14605 zip code. Anytime, no appointment needed.
They could just stop in.
Or any family in need as well. So donations, or if you just want to walk in because you're in need of food, you're more than welcome to come in. And
that's why we have you here, because the YMCA, obviously, that's where a lot of sports are introduced to kids. A lot of things happen. But the reason I invited you in is something that's near and dear to us. You guys have kicked off the Gus Macker. I think it's been since 2019 or 2018 since it's been gone.
Yep.
Talk about that. We got to make sure. Come on now.
So it was last year in 2019, but the YMCA is proud to bring it back. If anybody knows, 3-on-3 basketball is like the heart of where basketball starts, right? Everybody's not playing the full court thing, but 3-on-3 is this opportunity. Listen, the energy is going to be crazy. It's going to be a family affair. Shout out to the Red Wings organization. That's where it takes place. Shout out to Senator Cooney and of course the city of Rochester. But this 3-on-3 basketball is I've contemplated. My boss George has told me I cannot. But I've contemplated coming out of retirement.
Don't do it, Joey.
Listen,
Joe.
See,
Joe.
Listen.
We need you to be running the actual location of Lewis Street.
I'm
Bro, you're going to
versatile.
pull a hamstring,
I'm
man.
versatile.
Bro.
I'm versatile. You know.
It's been a long time,
What
Joe.
division would you play in?
I'm going open. I'm back.
Open.
I'm
He's
back.
playing
I'm
open.
back.
Stop
So
it.
you'd be playing against like John Ivy and them?
Listen. This, I'm back, Coach. I'm back. I thought this show was about positivity. I'm not feeling the love. See, nobody can see the full body here, so nobody knows what's going on.
I'm not going to say anything.
I'm ready. Then it goes.
Bring out the wide angle lens.
So then it goes with the full body shot. This guy's killing me here.
We're gonna stop picking on Joe Carter over here. This is what happened when you know the kid since he was 7. This is what happened, okay? So the Gus Mackers, what a community event. I remember we used to go to like the Teddy T, the Gus Macker. Those were events where families would go. No matter the age, people would get their outfits, get their hair done, or we go into the Teddy T. Talk about that feel that you guys are bringing back.
So we're definitely bringing that back. We'll have a family fun zone. So again, this is definitely for everybody. It's not just basketball. So there'll be opportunities for people that may not be interested in basketball. It gets to come out for a family event. Of course, it's going to be great food. The atmosphere is going to be awesome. You know, the Gus Macker is a great organization, partner, of course, with the YMCA. So we really want all families to come out. Even again, if you never played basketball, it doesn't matter. I promise. I guarantee you'll have fun.
We need some positive things to do in the city and for the things to happen in the city like that. So shout out to Senator Cooney. Senator Cooney George used to teach him too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, George used to teach Senator Cooney too. Yeah, he used to go to school.
And he still came out all right.
Right.
We needed a tutor.
Listen, we ain't gonna go. See, I got to tell this story real quick. Do you know this man that retired after 32 years of teaching phys ed? When he was in college, I'm going to tell all his business. He wore
the coaching shorts.
It took him 5 years to do a 4-year degree. You know why? Because he had a good time at Brockport. Brockport done changed the standards to get in after he was at Brockport, right?
After I graduated, they raised the standards. They said, never again will we allow guys like Gerard Iglesias to get in this building.
To get a master's degree. So one of the guys he used to work with, right? I got a real quick story. So we got some time. This guy used to do all these lesson plans. He used to have stacks of folders, like big 3-ring binders of folders, like 5 stacks for the whole year.
No, that was for 2 weeks.
For the semester or whatever.
That was for 2 weeks for a sub he had coming in.
Right. So I said to Gerard, all Gerard's 80s, no, he ain't doing none of that. If it's one thing I must say, every single one of them, no. It is not going to happen. And Joe, he was the most popular gym teacher, okay? The kids used to be lined up to be in his segment because Gerard, he understood the basic concept of phys ed. Keep them in the gym, keep them moving, and teach them the sport. He ain't doing all of that lesson plan. You ain't gonna get no paper, no test, no quiz, nothing out of it.
It's classic overthinking by the other gym.
He said, I ain't doing none of that. But but the goal is to keep them moving. And that's what you guys do at the Y. You get kids in and you get kids just to move, right? To just keep moving.
Exactly. So, of course, everybody knows about basketball, right? But we're finishing up our floor hockey.
Talk about your floor hockey. Talk about that. No, I got to come see that. I got to come over there.
We had it's called street hockey. It's NHL street hockey. And so we introduced our young people to floor hockey, but a little more exciting. You know, we got them some crazy nice jerseys they love, and you know, I was on a Zoom call with the guy who helped me start. He said, "Listen, don't go crazy with the rules. Put the stick in the hand, put the puck. The ball is more of a ball than a puck, and give some goalposts and make them have fun. And it's more about, again, the introduction. It's like you talked about lacrosse. Our kids don't know about this stuff,
right?
So let's just. And I told some parents after our bitty basketball ended, like, you know, doing floor hockey, he's like, well, he's not really interested. I said, Mom, make him come. What else is he gonna do on a Saturday morning? You know, and it's not just him. We have it's co-ed, so we have boys and girls, and we have like when I talked about seeing flag football, I love it because some of my girls are doing they killing it in our bitty basketball and the street hockey. We're gonna transition to soccer next, and then flag football, but it's keeping them busy.
Idle time is a devil's playground, man. So for this Gus Macker, are you guys still taking teams? People can still sign up?
Oh, all the way up to June 7th, I believe. And it's very easy. Again, if you go to our website, the Greater Rochester YMCA, it's an easy sign up. It's $200 per team, 4-player teams. Listen, from ages 5 and up. You know, so and we already have some Y members in our 60+ bracket. That's
60 plus?
Yeah.
Jordan, I might come out of retirement.
Please don't, bro. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Maybe if they have 65 and older, then I do that.
But that's gonna be the love of this tournament, is seeing the variety.
Anybody could play, from the younger kids to the older folks. Yeah.
And the biggest, the most fun to watch are the 5-year-olds and the 60+. Because that's where it's the joy. It's for the joy of the game.
Yes,
right. Because it's gonna be competitive. But the 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, you know, they're just, you know,
they're just there, right?
The score might be 6-5 or after 30 minutes, but then jump all the way ahead to a 60+, 7+ bracket. It's just the joy of the game.
Yeah,
you know,
I like
it's
that.
Sportsmanship. So it's that circle of life in regards to sports.
Yeah, but some of them dudes in the 60s, they're in shape, man. That ain't fair.
They are. Listen, they are.
Looking like Caesar.
Caesar will probably go there.
Caesar will come and mess everybody up. He will shoot like all kinds of threes.
C might be playing in, I'm not sure, but so we have a first responder bracket.
Okay.
You know, with RPD, Sheriff's Department, State Troopers, EMTs.
Oh, I like that.
So I'm not sure where C's playing, but C.
Because C could play anywhere. He could play in open.
C's not human. He's great.
So Caesar is the bodyguard for the mayor, but he also does a lot of different things in law enforcement, so on and so forth. And let me tell you something. Caesar got to be in his early 60s. He has to be. He could play in open.
And he's still shooting like
he's still
20.
shooting.
Yeah. Another humble giant. You know, he's you look at his size and you will be deceived not knowing what he's capable of. But Caesar also
coolest dude.
Another role model. Shout out to Caesar. You know, Caesar's another guy I've always looked up to. Gets the way he carries himself. And when kids see him, it's just something positive. You know, he's doing what he's doing. So shout out to Caesar.
Speaking of law enforcement, let's be real about it. People might be a little apprehensive about attending.
Oh, okay. So first of all,
I just want to.
No, I understand. That's
I wanted to
transparency. So that's one of the things why we really push the first responders bracket. You know, because from my days of Virtus, we've always worked with trying to change the narrative of what the law enforcement community and the Black and brown community, their interactions, because we know it's more positive than what we see.
Yes.
You know what you do is more positivity than what we see, and of course, the first sometimes negative something happens, that's big news. But one of the things with this Gus Macker is going to be interaction. It's just going to be a state trooper or a sheriff or an RPD walk around just saying hello. Besides not just working security. Yep. They're going to be part of the activities. They're going to be part of the fun. And Captain Lucian, who runs Clinton Ave section, I believe, great guy. His team is doing well. They take care of Lewis Street, and it's just another example. But we don't acknowledge that. We don't say, we have great relationships. But I think this Gus Macker is going to be another opportunity to show there is positive interactions between the young people, the Black and brown community. I think it's going to be a win-win.
Yeah, that's why I meant by,
Yeah.
And speaking,
I thought you was mentioning I had a warrant or something.
No, but speaking of first responders, since they'll be there, I may very well come out of retirement.
And that's exactly. So if I get hurt, somebody going to be there.
But, before we end this segment, Joey, first of all, shout out to what the YMCA has done. And everyone in Rochester has been connected to the Y in some capacity, in some way, shape, or form. Our son, Anthony, who played at McQuaid and moved on and played in the collegiate level.
Young legend.
he started out his career at the YMCA, the one on Bay Road,
Bayview Y.
Bayview Y, yes, and they still. Whenever I put something about him, the director there still said, "Yep, he's a Bay White kid. Like he's a Bay White kid." And he was there when he was 4 or 5, and they still take ownership of that, and we appreciate that.
Yeah,
and
that's
Anthony's
Pete.
25.
Yeah, my boy Pete. Yeah,
Pete,
Oreo Pete.
Yeah, he always says, "Yep, Anthony." He started out at the Y, and we also used to drop Anthony off at the Y for daycare. So
Summer programming,
and summer program. So everybody's is got some Y attachment. So what you guys are doing, what the YMCA is doing, and bringing the Gus Macker back, we are asking everyone. Anyone could play. Girls Division 2, right? You got girls?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna make sure.
You break my heart asking that question.
I just gotta make sure, Joey. I gotta make sure. So yes.
Joey comes from your school. If you're gonna do something,
Do it right. Yep, you're right. You're definitely right about that.
Thanks,
so
Coach.
we got a girls, and you can start as young as 5, as old. There's different sections. So we're going to also add this to our when we tag the YMCA. Go to the YMCA website, sign up, make it a family event, and you could just attend if you're not playing. And what's the date of this again?
June 26th, that Friday, is registration in the games are 27th and 28th.
Okay, so June 27th and 20th, and Primetime's gonna be there. We're gonna make sure we're there. We're gonna give it some love, and we are going to definitely cover that.
If I play, I cover my game.
Oh yeah.
I'm coming back.
So thank you. Shout out to Joe Carter of the YMCA. Thank you so much for coming into studio. Shout out to Ashley, the Director of Communication for the Y. We're glad that you guys were able to join us. If you want more information, we're going to put this at the bottom of our page so that you can get the information. Gerard, let's go right into Gerard's pick.
My pick comes from girls lacrosse, from Wayne. Lauren Twist.
Okay.
She's a multi-sport athlete. She plays basketball just like her brother, Aiden. But she's gonna one up. She's got some bragging rights over Aiden, who's a superstar there. She's my pick. She had 9 goals and 3 assists last night.
I think it's 4, right? 3 or 4 assists. I can't remember.
Assists.
I think it's 4 assists.
Oh, 4 assists? Okay.
Yeah, she had 4 assists last night. That's 9 goals. She went crazy. She was in her bag, huh?
Yeah, that's a lot of goals.
That's a lot of goals.
That's
a lot of goals. So I know Lauren Twist also plays basketball. Her brother is Aiden Twist. But Aiden, your girl, little sis got you. She definitely, that's little sis, right, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
They're twins.
Oh,
They're
they're
twins?
Wow.
Oh,
She still got him.
Listen, that's even better. Your twin got you. Okay. I didn't know they were twins. All right. So congratulations to Lauren Twist. She had 9 goals, 4 assists. You are Gerard's pick. All right. Now we're gonna go to Karen's pick. So for Karen's pick, listen. Can I say Kylie Gregory of Webster Thomas Flag Football is the truth. She built different. She is the truth. She had 2 touchdowns, 5 extra points for the conversion, over 150 all-purpose yards last night in the 55-0 win over Olympia Odyssey. But she's a 4-year starter in flag football. She's committed to play at SUNY Geneseo for flag in the fall under Coach Rob Curran. But Kylie Gregory has been playing and been starting since 9th grade. And when you see her play flag, you're like, this is why flag was so important. This girl is going on to the collegiate level to play flag football. So Kylie Gregory of Webster Thomas Flag, you are Karen's pick. Okay, so we got to around section 5. So Joey, this is a part where we got 3 minutes to talk about anything, right? So Gerard could talk about the perfection of his wife.
And still have 2 minutes, 59 seconds left.
Oh,
Coach,
wow.
Coach, you gotta go home. That was good.
Oh, no, man.
That
gotta
was,
go home.
you gotta, Joe.
I'm impressed, but you gotta go home. And you know I sell life insurance on the side.
He said, I sell life insurance on the side. But, lot of sports. And what's your favorite sport? I know you played basketball. What's your favorite sport to watch?
It's still basketball. No, football. NFL is unmatched in regards to when football season going on. You can watch any NFL football game. Can't watch any NBA game during the year. Unfortunately, because with the tanking and all that stuff going on.
Yeah.
But NFL is NFL.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite sport too.
Yeah.
That Gerard coaches basketball, but he's a big football. He likes covering it. He likes watching it. Yeah. So your time from Virtus to here, you have had. Do you remember when you called me and said, Karen, I need your help. I want to start baseball at Virtus. Do you remember that?
I do.
Talk about that.
So let me so twofold. One, this just goes to show that I am I'm not the smartest guy. I'm just blessed to have good people in my corner. And I think when I called you, I mean, you've never not answered. And of course, in prime time fashion, our baseball, I think we got about $20,000 in donations.
$25,000 in donations.
And that's just what you do, So again, like I said, I'm just blessed. A lot of people like me, So, but yeah, we did a lot of good things at Virtus. Shout out to Virtus, and they're still doing good things. So there's still my family over there. So, but that's just whether I worked in juvenile detention, worked at Virtus, and now with the Y community giving back is this opportunity. I love what I do, so that was just one of the chapters of Virtus. Like I said, you helped make that successful.
Yeah, you just called me up. You're like, we want to start baseball, but we ain't got no equipment. I was like, okay, let me get on my thing, put that thing on social media. People were shipping things to the school, sending you guys things. It took us, and we started the golf program also over at UPrep.
Yeah.
The same way, I got a phone call. We need some help starting. So the Primetime platform, this is what we do, and that's what we do well. A phone call. And then, yes, when you say you call, every time you call me, I pick up. There's some people. If you're calling my phone, I said there's a purpose. And you are definitely one of that. Shout out for what you've done. Thank you for your time in this community, too. I know you like to give us our flowers, but we want to give you your flowers because you have really given back to this community in all ways, shapes, and form. And also bridging the gap between law enforcement. You and I have always seen eye to eye on this.
Yeah, we had some great events with the
Kawicki and all those guys. So we just say bridging the gap. That's a big thing that I know that.
Shout out to Kawicki. He's retiring, right?
Yeah, he's retiring. Yeah. That's our guy. Kawicki is a state trooper. He's retiring. But on that note, happy birthday to Jake, and thank you for tuning in
My birthday
to the Primetime Podcast. Okay, well, happy birthday to you. And that's it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in.